Good day, students. Today we will going to learn another math lesson, and today we will going to discuss algebraic expression. But before that, let us first identify what is algebra. When we say algebra, it is defined as a branch of mathematics which generalize the fact in arithmetic. In the language of algebra, letters along with numbers and operation symbols are used to create an expression. Okay, so this time, let's unlock some key terms about algebraic expression. Let's start with the variable. When we say variable, it is a letter or symbol that represents a number, and that number is still unknown. Okay, like for example, we have here 8 plus n is equal to 12. The n here, the letter n here, is an example of what we call variable. Always remember that letter n here is still unknown. Okay, or the quantity of letter n here is still unknown. Okay, so that's why n is an example of a variable. A variable can use any letters of the alphabet except for O, and needs to be lowercase. Okay, so actually we can use any letters. We can use N, X, W, A, B, C, Y, but we are not, or let us avoid using the letter O. It's because sometimes we may get confused letter O as 0. So that's why we used letter O. We do not use letter O in algebraic expression. Okay, so you can use any letters there as a variable, but just avoid using letter O. Algebraic expression is an expression that contains at least one variable, an operation, and a constant. So as what you can see, this one is an example of an algebraic expression because it contains a variable and a constant number, and at the same time, an operation. Okay, so we can use any operation such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And when we say constant, constant is a number that do not change, or it remains the same. Okay, so just like for example here in the number 5 is constant because it does not change. And when we say coefficient, it is a number multiplied or divided by our variable. Just like for example, we have here 6x. The number 6 is the coefficient and the x is a variable. Okay, so 6 is our coefficient. It's because 6 is being multiplied to our variable, which is x. Okay, and the plus here is our operation, and the 5 here is constant, or the number that does not change. Okay, so always remember when we say coefficient, it's the number that being multiplied or divided to our variable. When we say evaluate an algebraic expression, it means to find the value of an algebraic expression. You need to substitute the numbers for variables and then simplify. Okay, so like for example, we have here m plus 8. Evaluate an algebraic expression for m plus 8. If m is equal to 2, then let us substitute m to 2. So m here will become 2. So it will become 2 plus 8, 2 plus 8, then our answer is 10. Okay, now evaluate the algebraic expression if r is equal to 5. And we have an algebraic expression of r minus 5. So substitute the value of r, which is 5. So 5 minus 3, the answer is 2. So that is what it means when we say evaluate. When we say evaluate, we need to substitute the number. Okay, substitute the numbers to its variable. Okay, a term is a part of an algebraic expression that are added or subtracted. Okay, so this expression has 3 terms. So we have here the 5x, we have the 6, and the 4x. So each one of them is an example of what we call term. A like term are terms who have the same variable raised to the same power. In the expression above, 5x and 4x are like terms. So we have here the 5x and the 4x as like terms. Why is it they are like terms? Because they are the same. It has a number and a variable beside of it. Okay, so 5 and the variable 6, 4 and the variable x, 5 and the variable x, and 4 and the variable x, and they are the same, so they are what we call like term. So when we say simplify, it means to say that we need to combine the like terms and complete all operation. Just like, for example, if the variable m is equal to 2, and if we're going to simplify this algebraic expression, so all we have to do is just to combine. Okay, so m plus m plus m, that is 2m. So 2m plus 8. Okay, so that is what we call simplify. We are combining like terms. So just like, for example, for this one, so 2 times 2 plus 8. As what we can see, we have two numbers here that are being enclosed by a parenthesis. So it means to say that they are like terms. We need to multiply them. 2 times 2, that is 4. And 4 plus 8, that is 12. Okay, so that is how we simplify algebraic expression. So these are the words that lead to addition. Okay, if we have the word sum, it means addition. More than means addition. Increase, it's add. Plus and all together. About words that leads for subtraction, we have the decrease, less, difference, minus, and how many more. Okay, now this time we were going to write algebraic expression for these word phrases. When we say 10 more than a number, it means to say n plus 10. The number here is, or we can express the number here as a variable n because we still don't know that number. So 10 more than a number is n plus 10. A number decreased by 5. So it means say, when we say decrease, means subtraction. So a number, w, we have here the variable w. Decrease means subtract it by 5. 6 less than a number, less than means subtraction. So I use the variable x. As what I've said, you can use any variable in the alphabet except for O. So 6 less than a number, it means to say less than means subtract, so x minus 6. A number increased by 8, increase means addition, so n plus 8. The sum of a number and 9. Sum means addition, sum of a number, and 9, so n plus 9. So that is how we express algebraic expression. Okay. So we can also use this one, a number s plus 2. So number s plus 2. A number decreased by 1, k minus 1, because the word decrease means subtraction. 31 less than a number, so x minus 31. Always remember that we need to put our variable first before our number. A number b increased by 7, so b increase means add 7. The sum of a number and 6, so a number and 6. So we have also, we're going to evaluate each algebraic expression when x is equal to 10. Always remember that the value of x here is 10. So x plus 10. So if x here is 10, so it means 10 plus 8, then the answer is 18. X plus 49, if x is equal to 10, so 10 plus 49, that's 59. X plus x, if x equals to 10, this one is also 10, so 10 plus 10, that is 20. X minus x, 10 minus 10, it's 0. X minus 7, 10 minus 7, the answer is 3. So that's how we evaluate algebraic expression. We have also the last 42 minus x. So we got the answer of this one. Okay. So this time we're going to complete this table. So in this column, we have our constant. And for this column, we have n minus 3. Okay, this is already our answer. So if n is 5 and 5 minus 3, the answer is 2. Right? 5 minus 3, that's 2. If n is 10, 10 minus 3, that is 7. If 10 is 21, 21 minus 3, the answer is 18. Very good. If n is 32, 32 minus 3, the answer is 29. So that is how we complete or we express the following table. If we're going to continue, you can add any number that you like and then substitute it with our variable and subtract it by 3. Okay, so that is how it works. So we can also use this one, x, if x are these numbers, and we have here an expression of x plus 6. So if x is 5, so 5 plus 6, that's 11. If x is 10, 10 plus 6, it's 16. If x is 21, 21 plus 6, it's 27. And if x is 32, 32 plus 6, it's 38. Now this time, we're going to write an algebraic expression for this situation. Like, for example, we have here a sample problem. Scott's brother is 2 years younger than Scott. So if Scott, we express the age or the age of Scott as S because we still don't know his age. And younger means we're going to subtract it by 2 since 2 years. So Scott minus 2, and that's the age of his younger brother. Okay, the sum of two numbers is 12. The sum of two numbers, so sum means addition, and we still don't know that number, so we can express them into variable. So v plus c is equal to 12. The difference between two numbers is 5, so m minus n is equal to 5. Things that we've learned for today: when we say variable, we can use any letter from the alphabet except for the letter 0 or the letter O. When we say algebraic expression, it is an expression that contains at least one variable, an operation, and constant. When we say constant, it's a number that do not change. Okay, so when we say evaluate an expression, it means to say we substitute the following variable to its value, and then we're going to simplify. Okay, so that's it for today's lesson. I hope you've learned something. We are going to learn more about algebraic expression in our next lesson. So thank you and have a nice day.